Hey folks, welcome to Embers Only Barbecue. Today we're going to show you how to get perfect smoked ribs in 5 hours. All right, so our cook plan to get down these beautiful ribs, it's going to be a modification of 3-2-1 method. We're going to go 3 hours smoked, uncovered, over cherry wood at 250 degrees. Then we're going to wrap them for 1.5 hours. And then we're going to go unwrapped with the glaze for the final 30 minutes. So you get perfect ribs just like that in 5 hours. Let's go. For our grill, we want to be using large chunk charcoal. And we're going to use some cherry wood here to smoke it up. A little fire starter cube. And we're going to shoot for a temperature of about 250 degrees for the whole smoke. All right, so our fire starter's been going for about 10 minutes now with the lid and everything else open. We're going to get it configured for the smoke. So for the ribs, we're going to go indirect. Put in a little piece here, then our ceramic plates. And then I use a little drip pan. I don't think it's necessary. It doesn't drip too much, but just in case, throw one down. Then we'll get our grates on. And then I'm using a wireless thermometer and little wireless fan here. So we're going to have a temperature probe in the grill the whole time. If you don't, just keep an eye on it and make sure you're making adjustments so you don't get too hot or too cold as we go. All right, so we've got a beautiful heritage St. Louis pork rib here. First thing we're going to do is just get it patted dry. So we don't want a lot of moisture going into the smoker. It's just going to steam up. So we'll pat that down there. Pat down back here. And then we're going to get this little membrane off as well. All right, so a little YouTube hack I learned: you take a butter knife just like that and slide it underneath the membrane just to get it off. And then you use a paper towel to grab it. It tends to come right off. There we go, and that's going to let more smoke penetrate into the ribs, and it turns into like a kind of a dry paper when it's all said and done. So good to get that off. All right, so now we're ready to season up the ribs. Use any rub that you like. We're partial to the Malcolm Reed's barbecue rub, and then be liberal with these because this is where a ton of your flavor is going to come in from. So pour it on. Flip it over and come back again. And now we'll throw this onto the grill. All right, so grill is stabilizing here at 250 degrees. We're going to get the ribs on. We've got a murder of crows that are very upset about these ribs we're putting on, but they can't have any. It's just for us. And then we're going to just get that centered right on. If your ribs are too long, you can kind of squeeze them in. They'll shrink as we go. But we're going 3 hours, uncovered, 250 degrees with cherry wood smoke to get us started. All right, so 3 hours into our smoke at 250 degrees, we're going to take the ribs off the heat and get them wrapped up. Looking beautiful. For our wrap, we've got 4 pats of butter down here, plus we're going to add some more of the rub. And we've got 2 layers of aluminum foil down here. All right, so the ribs are going to come down meat side down, right on top of our butter, just like that. All right, so now we're going to crimp our edges just a little bit, just like that. Add in some apple cider vinegar. And for me, I think this is very important. What this does is going to give you some nice acidity, but when it steams in here, that's really going to tenderize the meat. That's what's going to give us that fall off the bone texture. So that's going to be in there. 2 layers of foil. Get this wrapped up. Crimp it down. All right, we've been smoking wrapped up for an hour and a half here. Now we're going to unwrap and get it on for the final 30 minutes. So steamed up real nice. Smells awesome. A lot of rib bone exposed there. And that's what that apple cider vinegar is going to do. So now we're just going to come back on. Okay. We see the bones are exposed. That means the wrap has done its job. Everything's cooked. We're just going to hit it with some barbecue sauce for a nice little glaze. So I like to channel my inner Bob Ross here and just paint happy little clouds on this guy. And that's going to just give us a beautiful, luxurious glaze. So 30 minutes now, unwrapped, 250 degrees. We'll come back and check on it and snack on some heritage ribs. 30 minutes, uncovered in here. We're going to pop these off. They look amazing. You see all the teeth of the ribs there. I mean, these look stunning, and our glaze came in really, really nice. Thanks so much for watching. If you like that, hope you hit subscribe, check out our other videos, and leave us a comment. Thanks so much.